Welcome to Fat Pigeon Live, where we're streaming some fantastic live music to you all the way from the Biddulph Arms. Well, actually, it's Biddulph Up in Arms. So don't forget, wherever you're watching us from, anywhere in the world, and however you're watching, what we want you to do is leave comments as we go along. And you can do that whether they're bad or good comments. We don't care, really. But what we do care about is that you also take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, upstairs, any second now, we have some fantastic live music starting for you at the Biddulph Up in Arms. Later on, you'll be hearing and seeing the Railsplitters all the way from Colorado. But before that, any second now, it's Bakerfield.
This rambling round and hanging off my highway shoes. Lately when I walk they make a hollow sound and they carry me away from you. Every night I lay my body down and them empty arms just leave me blue. So I'm thinking about giving up this rambling round, and I'll find my way back home to you, back home to you. I have always been the traveling kind, a million miles behind me now. I kept on following that thin white line, but now I want to turn it around. I only live to hear that highway sound, high and lonesome, low and blue. Now I'm thinking about giving up this rambling round, and I'll find my way back home to you. Here I come, mama. So say goodbye to all my traveling pals, old Highway Dave and Southside Sue. I don't believe they'll miss me anyhow. What's one less wayward soul or two? Down the road they'll pass the jug around, and they'll sing them lonesome highway blues. But me, I'm thinking about giving up this rambling round, and I'll find my way back home to you. Here I come, mama. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm Lorraine, that's Pete, obviously, and we sing songs by people who inspire us. And this next song, well, the first one was by Steve Earle, who you may have heard of, may not. I bet you have. And this next one was by, sorry, do you want to say something?
I was going to say, who's it, Steve Earle?
Yeah, of course. This next one is by Guy Clark. Oh yes. Now, we say that this one is basically, we find a lot of people relate to it. It's about growing old disgracefully. It's about always trusting your cape. Oh yes. When Guy was a little boy, his dad made him a little flour sack cape, and it's about always trusting that cape and believing you're always Superman or Superwoman.
Flour sack cape tied all around his neck. He's climbing up on the garage, figuring what the heck. He screwed his courage up so tight that the whole thing come unwound. He got a running start and bless his heart, he's headed for the ground. And he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. You just spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Well, now he's all grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of piss and vinegar, and he's busting at the seams. He licked his finger and he checked the wind. It's gonna be do or die. Well, he wasn't scared of nothing. He's pretty sure he can fly. And he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. You just spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Now he's old and grey with a flour sack cape tied all around his head. He's still jumping off the garage, and he will be till he's dead. All these years the people say he's acting like a kid. He did not know he could not fly, and so he did. And he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. You just spread your arms and hold your breath, and you always trust your cape. Yes, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. You just spread your arms and hold your breath, and always trust your cape.
Thank you.
Thank you. This next one, we've actually seen that the set list tonight is also by people that we've seen here that have influenced us. And this next one, who was here that saw Brennan Lee and Noel McCabe? Was anybody here when they were playing? Oh, man, are they amazing. Uh-oh, yeah. This is one that that they wrote, and it's, yeah, I think they did sing it on that evening, and it's just one that we love.
And we could identify with it because it's all about a couple. Lorraine and I are a couple, you know.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. This is our Valentine's. He's brought me to a pub. He said, do you want to go out for the night? And here we are. So.
I drove here. Yeah, and they wrote this song about the amount of times that they're there together on stage as a couple and in front of an audience and hardly get the chance to speak to each other because they're working. And the rest of it's self-explanatory. It's called The Only Other Person in the Room.
You're the only other person in the room. As far as I can see, given the evidence, I only can assume we're alone, just you and me. I've had a few that try to get my attention and got nothing in return. You're the only other person in the room, as far as I'm concerned. Couples twirl on a salty hardwood floor, sailing round they wind and weave. 2 by 2 now they're heading for the door. Babe, I thought they'd never leave. I've been wanting to talk to you all night, but we had a job to do. And now they're turning out the neon lights, and I get to dance with the only other person in the room. Twirl on a salty hardwood floor, sailing round they wind and weave. 2 by 2 now they're heading for the door. Babe, I thought they'd never leave. I've been wanting to talk to you all night, but we had a job to do. And now they're turning out the neon lights, and I get to dance with the only other person in the room. And now they're turning out the neon lights, and I get to dance with the only other person in the room.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, we have mentioned it is Valentine's Day today, and I often say it, but if my life depended on Pete saying that he loved me today and sending me a card, I'd be dead. Because he doesn't agree with it, and he doesn't sort of want anything...
Well, I'm a skinflint.
You are a skinflint.
Be honest.
But years and years and years ago, I was on tour with the lovely Sharon Court. She might even be watching this on the live link. And while I was away, Pete wrote this song for me. And it's a song that, yeah, I know, I didn't even know he could write songs. And he came home and said, I've written a song for you.
Joined up writing.
It was, on the back of a cornflake packet. Anyway, yeah, this was the song that he wrote for me. And I think it's sort of made up for all the flowers that he's not bought me since, because there's not many people that can say they've got a song written for them, about them, when they were away. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. See my smile. Don't make no judgment, not for a while. When I am troubled, I wear this disguise. Down on the dark side, with tears in my eyes. Feel my pain. Don't call the doctor to see me again. There ain't no treatment can take it away. Down on the dark side, where colors turn grey. There ain't no in this part of town. It's always smile heading back to me. Smile heading back to me. Whoa, whoa, come back, green eyes, come back to me. Bring back my sunrise, and I'll guarantee all of these dark clouds will soon disappear. Wakefield special.
Thank you.
Thank you. A bit higher up in Biddulph than it is in All Sager.
It's the altitude. Did anyone see Jonathan Bird when he came here? Jonathan Bird.
Killed the mic on the bass.
Yeah?
Put it down for
He's one of my favourite artists in the whole wide world. You look at him and you think he's a cowboy or something like that. And then you listen to what he does. And he's not a cowboy, he's a poet and he's an intellectual. And he's a cowboy. I was listening this morning. He does a blog now. I don't know if anyone gets his blog. It's called Word from the Bird. And this morning he was talking about one of his best songs, I think. It's called Wild Ponies. And he was discussing how he wrote it with his little boy, Rowan. He was about 6, I think. And any fans of Jonathan Bird, recommend it highly. Word from the Bird. There's not many people who actually tell you how they wrote the songs. It's like a lost art, a dark art. But yeah, he's a fantastic singer-songwriter. This is one of the songs that he did with a lady called Chris Kokesh.
And you're a man, you can't do two things at once.
Oh,
sorry. Said you can't tune up and talk.
You're right. You're right.
Sorry, gentlemen, that's terrible. That was really bad. The ukulele, I've bought this out for Craig because he loves ukuleles.
Yeah.
So
we didn't have a name for it until tonight, and now we actually call it Craig.
It's going to be called Craig. Yes, please meet Craig the ukulele.
It's called the Craig-ulele.
This is a cheeky little ditty.
Oh, hang on, I've done it again.
It's 8 o'clock and the neighbours are knocking to give us a ride to church. If we lay quiet, maybe they'll buy it. I think this plan could work. I hear 'em leaving, get under the sheets and celebrate good news.
best way to spend Sundays loving you. Making the biscuits, making the fix-its in your birthday suit. Frying a bacon, you might wear an apron, it's the safest thing to do. If you want coffee, get your hands off me, honey, one lump or two. The best way to spend Sundays loving you. Hear the church bells ringing, the sun shines down from up above. I hear the choir singing, hallelujah, God is love, God is love. It's 5 to 11 and I'm in heaven with you at home alone. Let's get to the neighbors and pick some tomatoes before they get back home. We can make it out of town with a blanket on the ground by the time the preaching's through. The best way to spend Sundays loving you. Best way to spend Sundays loving you. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Jaybird, for that song. Next time he comes, you got to come and see him. He is fabulous. Whoever he's with, he plays with lots of different people. I think it's to keep him hungry and keep him busy, keep him challenged. He doesn't like to sit still for long. But it just goes to show how many great, great people we've seen here at this very
We're really, really looking forward
establishment.
to tonight as well. It's great musicians that play here. This is somebody that we would like to see here, Pete. Not you,
No.
Pete.
Oh.
Pete. Just before we started, you know what the orthodontist says you have to wear every day.
Oh, yeah.
You've just forgotten it, so I think I
Can't tune up.
better help. This is by a guy called Mark Irelli. Sorry, Mark, if you are watching this, but Pete does stalk you. He follows you, everything and every bit of music that you ever do, every blog that he writes,
Can't
everything.
touch you for it.
He really does enjoy listening to Mark Irelli's songs and stuff. This is by his bluegrass band called Barnstar. We've seen them at Shrewsbury Folk Festival several times. Who's been to Shrewsbury?
Yeah,
Yes.
come on.
Come on, yeah. So this is Charlottesville, the opening one that they do. Are you ready? So, as we say, the orthodontist says Pete has to wear this at least for an hour a day. So
No Silence of the Lambs impressions either. Yep.
okay.
1, 2.
December came with her ice and snow and left me with nothing but my pride. She laid me down to the ground so low, like a birch tree at the highway side. January made me second guess, kids in t-shirts walking home from school. It was a temporary thought at best. By February I was still your fool. So when I'm south, maybe Charlottesville, that's where I wanna go. Where the water tastes like wine and the climate suits my clothes. I'm going down that lonesome road to a town where no one knows your name. April will come, oh I know she will. Though some days I'm not so sure. With her green amnesia and her daffodils, there is nothing that she cannot cure. Somewhere down south, baby, Charlottesville, that's where I wanna go. Where the water tastes like wine and the climate suits my clothes. I'm going down that lonesome road to a town where no one knows your name. I wish you well, that probably don't seem like much, though we both know it's true. Of all the ways two people can fall out of love, babe, I never quit on you. No, I won't miss all this dirty snow, all these skies so gray. I'll pack the car and hit the pike tonight, find some place to sleep along the way. Hey, somewhere down south, maybe Charlottesville, that's where I wanna go. Where the water tastes like wine and the climate suits my clothes. I'm going down that lonesome road to a town where no one knows your name.
Thank you.
Having to leave Pete to. This is going to be our last one.
That was on that, shouldn't it? Oh, I've got.
This is the
I've got
last
dry
one from
rot.
us. Can we say? Can we say thank you so much for coming and listening to us? Thank you so much to Biddulph Folk Club and Craig. You're in for an absolutely amazing evening, and happy Valentine's Day.
A boy in a bubble, alone in a crowd. Speak when you're spoken to and never shout out loud. Well, I read a lot of books, but there were stories I could tell. If only they would listen and release me from this prison cell. was 14 years old when I heard that song. I'd never heard it before, but my heart still sang along. And the singer told this story, and I hung on every word. He said, don't think twice, it's alright. The truest sound I'd ever heard. So I played that record all through the night, and as the needle tracked the groove, it traced the story of my life. And I came out of that room singing, and I came out with a voice. I came out of the shadows, and I knew I'd made my choice. So I learned to play the guitar, and I started writing songs. Some people seemed to like them, but I didn't know where they come from. And it's taken me to places that I thought I'd never go. And it keeps on introducing me to people it's my privilege to know. That's a reference to you, by the way. So if someone ever tells you that it's just a song, pay them no attention. Lord knows they've got it wrong. That could be someone's life you're listening to, and it just might be yours too. And from the boy in the bubble, and for listening, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're the Trials of Cato, and you're watching Fat Pigeon Live.
Well, Lorraine Baker and Pete Wakefield, collectively known as Bakerfield, had a great set, and hopefully we'll be having a little bit of a chat with them in a few minutes. Before that, well, a bit earlier on actually, in this very pub, the Biddulph Arms, I bumped into the headline act of tonight, all the way from Colorado, the Railsplitters, and we had a bit of a chat. I'm sitting in a pub where everybody's drinking tea, bizarrely. It's the Biddulph Arms in Staffordshire, near Stoke-on-Trent, where upstairs, a bit later on, there'll be a performance by the Railsplitters. Hello guys, hello Railsplitters.
Hello.
I'll tell you what, let's start here and you can introduce yourselves and say what you do in the band, that is.
My name is Jean-Luc. I primarily make coffee in the band.
Which is a good thing to do, yeah. Yeah, do you play any instruments at all?
A few.
Okay, you're not going to tell us what they are.
Oh, you mean what instrument I play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Just
play the
start,
double
yeah.
bass in the band.
Yeah, I mean, the coffee's good, but double bass is better.
I'm Lauren, and I primarily sing the leads and play the guitar.
Cool.
And I'm Peter, and I play mandolin.
Good name.
It is one. Cheers.
I bet mandolin. It's a great name.
Oh, I am Joe and I play the fiddle.
And I'm Dusty and I play the banjo.
Great. And you are all from Colorado. Is that right?
That's right.
You haven't come here today from Colorado, though.
Thank God, no.
Correct.
No, that's all right. Boulder, Colorado. is that
Boulder
the town?
and Denver.
And what about your music? I mean, modern influence bluegrass, is that right? Or unconventional bluegrass, I think.
Those are all good.
Yeah. So what's unconventional about it?
That it's not traditional. So we're basically trying to find a way around that. We're not playing traditional bluegrass music. We love that music, and we'll play it backstage, and we'll pick tunes and listen to it.
Right, so could you name a couple of genres of music that you've sort of managed to sneak in there?
Yeah, I mean, we all listen to a lot of different things. I really like Bjork, and we listen to instrumental music and American jazz and classical music and
Bit of samba and salsa.
So you write your own music, yeah? And lyrics and everything. So how does that work? Do you all do bits and pieces? Does somebody take the lead on a particular song?
Sort of. It sort of depends on the song itself. A lot of times one person will bring in something that's complete or nearly complete. Lessons I've Learned, for example, is one of Lauren's songs that was written, I think, overnight. Is that right?
Yeah.
And arranged in an afternoon in a way that is unusual for our setup. We other songs typically take a little bit longer. We bring it to the band. We have some basic chord structure, maybe some arrangement ideas, but otherwise we play around with it and sort of feel it out among all the members and figure out what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, so the name, the Railsplitters, what's all that about?
For the band's interaction with the name, it was from a high school mascot. They were the Railsplitters, and it sounded like a good name. But the root, from my understanding of that term, it was a nickname for Abraham Lincoln. And in his first presidential campaign, it was kind of part of the whole mystique that was him. He was like a strong man, fit to be president, and part of the folklore around him was that he could split a rail or a fence post in a single stroke of an axe. So he was the original rail splitter.
And he would make that would make him a man of the people, of course.
That's correct. Yes.
See, I've been looking this up.
And we can all do the same thing. That's why we chose that.
In fact, I've got a little quote here which says, the imagery of the rail splitter helped to define Lincoln as a man of the people. See?
Oh wow, I wasn't totally making this up.
Yeah, so you were right. Yeah. But critics also used it to characterise him as a simple-minded backwoodsman unqualified for high office. So these things can work both ways. So you have to be a bit careful calling yourself the Railsplitters. So when you're looking these things up on the internet, inevitably you get the definition from the Urban Dictionary.
Oh no.
Okay, do you know what this is?
Yes, we do.
There's a couple of really good ones on there.
Can I tell the people that?
Please? Yes.
It's your show.
Yeah, you say whatever you want.
Okay, so I don't think we know about this in the UK yet, but maybe they do, I don't know. This is all to do with ladies' pants, but that means...
you were going to do
that. But that doesn't mean pants like we mean pants. We call them trousers or jeans. We do say jeans, right, okay? But it could be underpants. It's all to do with the tightness. Okay, should I leave it at that?
Yeah.
I think you probably should leave it at that.
Should we just let them look it up?
I thought you were going to say the one about the
you know the other one?
guy that goes back to the tour bus before the band and splits the rails. Like, okay.
No, that wasn't.
That's the one I was hoping you were going for.
Yeah. Well, I could see that horror in your face when you saw it was going the other way when I got my hands. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All of you.
Thanks.
And looking forward to the show.
Us too. See you. Thank you.
Okay, well that was the Railsplitters early on, and we'll be hearing a lot more from them quite soon, actually, in the second half of the whole evening on St Valentine's Day as well. So there, are you two together? You know, it's St Valentine's Day.
We are together and married, and
we're married.
The whole lot.
So what the hell are you doing? Doing a gig?
This is Pete said he said, I'm going to take you out on Valentine's Day to the pub, and this is where we ended up.
Oh, that's all rotten. I just don't want to get used to it.
Yeah, she doesn't appreciate it, does she? Yeah. In case you hadn't realised, this is Bakerfield, by the way. We've got Lorraine here and we've got Pete. And fantastic set from you just now.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Were they a good audience?
They're a lovely
They're all
audience.
listening now behind you.
It always is a good audience here, I must admit. We've been lots.
Good.
And
It's a good place, isn't it?
Fabulous.
Fantastic, yeah. You've been about a bit, if you don't mind me saying it like that.
I have been about a bit.
When I said
Been around the block a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played festivals, bluegrass festivals, folk clubs. We've got our own little venue, hopefully started up in our hometown, which isn't a million miles away from here.
Yeah,
we're doing. Hopefully, things are going to change in the next few weeks, which means it'll free up a lot more time in our lives, so we can do more of it.
Things are going to change. What, you're going to become superstars or something?
Well, I'm going to become retired, actually.
Oh, one of them.
From my day
Yeah,
job,
you
which
just
is
don't look old enough.
I'm being a retired superstar, yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed to walk through, by the way. Yeah. See, we've
do you know we're
situated
outside
ourselves
the
right by
gents'
the
toilets?
gents' toilet here, and all these people have just been watching these two guys playing, and now they're desperate to go and do what you do in the gents. But we don't mind them coming past like this.
That's fine.
Because it's real life, and there's lots of people here, and it's fantastic. So, Bakerfield, you've been together musically, and lots of different guises as well, haven't you, over the years? So tell us a little bit about that.
Gosh.
Go back to, what was the name of the Cajun band?
The Bluebird Cajun band that I used to be with Gavin Lurie. That was
Gavin, yes,
Gavin.
from boat band as well.
From the boat band, absolutely. The Gavin Lurie. So yes, still know Gavin. I'm very proud to say I'm fairy godmother to his children. So it's great.
Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, still see Gav. We then went from the Bluebirds to the Southgaters, which was another band that I was in. That's where I met Russ and Stu Williams.
Right, yeah.
And then started with Baker's Fabulous Boys.
Which I remember very well.
Which are still going.
Are they still going? But you're not, are you still in it?
They can't hear you. This Pete's great.
Yeah.
Point it in.
I have control.
That's deliberate. Why you're deliberately pointing away from.
Deliberately, can't they really?
Awesome band, Baker's Fabulous Boys. Got to see them, folks.
So yeah, we are still together. We still do music,
nice.
and then of course I met this reprobate, and he was playing in a Bob Dylan tribute band when I met him.
Oh,
I'll keep that quiet.
And the rest, as they say, is history. We decided we're in a band called Shake the Roots as well, which is like a sort of a more party type band.
Right. So every band's obviously slightly different.
It is
or very,
very
different.
slightly.
Oh,
This is the band that we wanted to get together because we realised out of all the bands that we were playing in, we weren't actually playing songs or material that was actually moving us. And so you kind of feel like you're cheating people a little bit. So we just made a decision one particular night that from now on we're only going to do songs that actually move us emotionally. And the minute they stop moving us, we stop playing them. And so it's a constant challenge to keep finding new material. And there are so many great artists, that many of them who've played here, that it's actually become quite easy to become great fans of theirs. And we are privileged to be able to play some of their music.
Brilliant.
We also get to meet them, which is the nice
Absolutely,
thing.
yeah, even better still. Yeah. So have you come across the Railsplitters before?
Do you know, it's one band we've not come across, and I must admit, I've not dared watch them because I didn't want to get nervous about tonight, and I thought, I'm not going to look at them on I'm not going to see what they're like. But all I've seen is all of their gigs have been sold out. So I was thinking, whoa, this is amazing. And then reading all the reviews, and everybody's been saying how fabulous they are. And then just before we came out, there was this fab band playing, and Pete put on at home. And then I said to him, Pete, who's this really good band? He said, it's the Railsplitters, at which I actually did gulp a little bit and thought, right, they really are. They sound amazing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them.
Well, I heard some of the sound check. We had a bit of a chat before that earlier.
Yeah, and we've just had a quick chat to them, and they're really nice people as well.
They are nice as well.
Which is an added bonus.
And they're Americans. I mean, what are the chances of that?
I must admit, a lot of the Americans I have met, I have thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, I think I've just been very rude to Americans.
No, it's okay, because, there are certain ones that you don't want to meet, but anyway.
We won't talk about them.
We won't talk about them, no.
Yeah. Say that again to the mic. Come on.
Orange ones, we don't like the orange ones.
Be controversial about this, Pete. Yeah.
I think there's only one, actually.
That's the one with the lovely hair, is that what you're talking about?
Well, I think that's what it is. We're not entirely sure, are we?
Are we going to get horrible tweets tomorrow morning on Fat Pigeon Live?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that would be, good for our status, yeah.
So anyway, look, I want to talk about you, not about it.
No, that's fine. What would you like to know?
Well, you started to tell us how things were going to change, and I don't want to talk about your retirement because you're nowhere near old enough for that. I don't actually believe you. But obviously, when you say change, it's not just that you have more time on your hands. You've obviously got more musical plans.
Lots more music. The nice thing about it is we will be able to go and do more touring. We love doing house concerts. That's what our favourite.
To me, it's quite a new thing. I don't know.
No. We love playing to, say, 30 people-ish in your front garden, in a tree house. We played in a tree house. We played in a boat, on a train, wherever, but small.
Yeah.
with none of these, just totally acoustic, and you can see the white to their eyes, and they can ask you questions, and we can chat to people, and they can chat to us. But the nice thing about it is they can feel the music. When you bow the double bass, they can actually feel it because it's totally acoustic.
So we don't need sound engineers for this sort of thing. So sorry to all you sound engineers over there.
Well, we do need them, horses for courses, because you need them for the bigger gigs. But we love doing tiny, tiny little gigs. Yeah. And we have met some amazing people along the way, and there's a lot more people we would like to meet. And because of the work thing that we have to do. I'm very lucky I get summer holidays off. In fact, I've got the best job in the world, and I do. Am I allowed to say hello to you?
I thought I had that, but obviously you've got it. Sorry about that.
I work with children with special needs,
right?
And I work at Springfield School in Crewe, and they are the best kids ever.
Which is in Cheshire in England,
It is in Cheshire in England. And the kids are just amazing, and every day is an inspirational day. I
Fantastic.
love it.
And how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for 6 years. I worked with the children doing guitars, doing guitar lessons, and then I went for 2 years ago. I started being the music teacher there.
6 years, and you're still saying that. You've still got a smile on your face.
They are amazing. Honestly, I can't praise the kids up enough that I work with.
Well, there you go.
So
Hope somebody's listening that's connected to that.
I don't care, because I want the world to know. They're just amazing.
It just goes to show what a great universal language music is, and the songs that we play and sing. It's going back to the old traditions of storytelling through song, and telling stories between the songs to explain where they've come from, which is something we've learned from the Americans. And it goes to show what a massive influence, even for people who are not necessarily mainstream people, by some people's judgment. The music actually levels the playing field, and it brings things out in them that perhaps many people wouldn't have known existed. It's an astonishing way of communicating through music.
Definitely.
Brilliant. There's a question I often ask people in an interview in a band or an act, whatever, and that is it's a stupid question for you, really, because you've already given me the answer. And that is, would you like to play Glastonbury to 100 people? No, 100,000. How many people go to Glastonbury? It's a lot.
We've actually we've played at Glastonbury. We played at the Croissant Neuf.
The Croissant Neuf with the boat band.
With boat band, we also did it with Shake the Roots, and it's a brilliant festival. Yeah. But it's massive.
Brilliant.
And not knocking people that want to go to Glastonbury, it is great. We love little tiny festivals.
And I think that's what you told me before, and that's where you were getting at. And
absolutely.
That was the sort of way that rather clumsy, wrong version of the question came out. But anyway, I've been told in my ear that we've got to move on. So thank you very much, Lorraine.
Well, can I say thank you? Thank you, and we'll see you again.
Cheers. Go and have another drink. Go on.
Can I go now?
I'm going to have to talk to that camera now.
Sorry, I moved too soon.
Stay here if you want, because you're so photogenic on the camera. Anyway, don't forget to do that commenting, wherever you're watching, in America or China or Crewe. Just do the commenting. Get some comments over to us. And don't forget to subscribe to Fat Pigeon Live.
Or New Zealand. There may be a special somebody that I know watching in New Zealand.
Right,
I hope so.
Get your comments in from New Zealand. Subscribe to Fat Pigeon Live. Cheers for now.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed Bakerfield, by the way. Yeah, great. Now, they may have not travelled very far, but this band certainly have. I think we can call it a world tour. Just come back from Australia on a UK tour that's played to sold-out venues all over the place. From Boulder, Colorado, welcome to Biddulph, the Railsplitters.
said a little leather wing bat, I'll tell you the reason that I fly by the night. It's 'cause love's my heart's light. Howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day. Oh, da dee da diddle I oh. I said a red bird sitting on the fence. Once I caught it, a handsome when she got saucy and from me fled. Ever since then my head's been red. Howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day. Oh, da-dee-da-diddle-I-oh. I said a robin as she flew. When I was young I had two. One would love me, the other one would. Don't you think my notion's good? Howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day. Lo-da-dee-da-diddle-I-oh. Said the owl with the eyes so bright, a lonesome day, a lonesome night. But I heard a pretty gal say, you call all night and you sleep next day. Howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day. Lo-da-dee-da-diddle-I-oh. No, no, said a turtle love, that's no way to gain her love. You would have your heart's delight. Well, you keep them awake both day and night. Howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day. Lo-da-dee-da-diddle-I-oh. Said a hoot owl sitting in a tree all night long. I watch and see who goes where and what they do. He knows where and he knows who. Howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day. Oh-da-dee-da-diddle-I-oh. I said a little weather wing bat, I'll tell you the reason that I'm flying by the night. It's 'cause I love my heart's light. Howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-day, howdy-dowdy-diddle-um-a-day. Lo-da-dee-da-diddle-I-oh.
Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? Hey, that's pretty good. That's the best response we've had on most of this tour. We assume it's not just because of the cameras. Thanks for coming out tonight. Has anybody seen us before? Live? Nice, we got a few. This is great. Well, we are the Railsplitters, and we're from Colorado. And we're just at the tail end of a 2-month-long transcontinental tour. And what a way to celebrate Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. That's great. We just put out a new record at the end of last year, and we're going to do a lot of stuff off that one for you tonight. This is the title track that we're going to do next. It's called Jump In. How's it going over there, Dusty. Not so good, I guess. He's getting close. He wrote this next song, actually, that we're going to do, and it's all about taking chances.
Like taking that chance, shooting a banjo. I want two, three, four.
River bend. And then he said, just count to 3 and jump in. And then let your mind let go of things that might have been. First icy cool prick up my skin before I had a chance to breathe. It hit me again, and as time went on, and so did I, warmed up too. That's when the thought occurred. Thank you so much. Well, it's true that Dusty wrote that song. He wrote this next one as well. But I'll tell you a little bit about Dusty. He's recently flown a plane around New Zealand, and then just the other day he flew just over the English Channel. We had a day off in Whitstable, and so he's that's what he likes to do in his off time. He likes to fly planes and eat peanut butter. That's Dusty Ryder on the 5-string banjo.
Thanks.
And Dusty wrote this next song about his grandparents. It's a lovely love song, although it sounds a little sad if you listen to the words, you know, but it obviously had a happy ending because this guy's with us. And it's called Met That Day. Dance that night. There we stayed till the morning light. each week to say I'm fine, and we'll be 3 in a few months' time. Our son was born today. He has my eyes and he has your face. And the last few letters that I sent you came back to me. My friends all tell me there's little hope, but I disagree. Our little boy is now 2, and he keeps asking about you. I've told him of the lies you say. It's all that I can A friend stopped by. She said she'd heard from their oldest boy that there was word that you're still okay, and you'll be home Thank you. And I think it's pretty cool that we've recently found out that Dusty's grandparents have been married for about 72 years. So if that's not a love story, I don't know what is. That's amazing. We would like to give a shout out to all the listeners back home and, you know, on the interwebs all around the world. And not only is it Valentine's Day, but it's also many other days within the band. We'd like to give a shout out to Jean-Luc's parents for it's their anniversary today. Yes. How many years do you know?
Let's see. My brother is 37.
Oh, this could take forever.
So I think it's about 37 years.
All right. And also, Pete's sister's birthday is today. And
Happy birthday, sis. Out there somewhere. Hopefully you're watching.
my dad's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Dad. Miss ya. And I believe tomorrow is the birthday of Dusty's sweetheart back home, Miss Amber. So happy birthday to you tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Amber.
We're moving on now to another type of, I don't know anyone whose birthday it is other than all those awesome people, to a different type of love story, because there's a lot of emphasis placed on one like in the song you heard last, and such, which are lovely love stories. But this next one is kind of more related to a love of nature and a love of the wonder of being young. So I feel like young people are really good at loving everything, like macaroni and cheese and just random things. They're the masters of love. So this one goes out to everyone under the age of 8.
I guess that includes you?
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay.
This is from our newest record that you've heard about, and it's called The Boy of 5. Stumbling down the sand,
was a boy of 5, looking for 3 new ways to wonder why he couldn't see the other side from where he stood, but he didn't let that obscure his view. Though I am only slightly taller than him, I have a hard time seeing the world from his point of view. And how I wish that eye of mine could see like his, and how I dream that I will one day see like he does. And soon he learned to fall out of love with that view, and fall out of love with himself. And soon he learned to fall out of love with wondering why. Stumbling down the stairs was a man of 65, looking for 3 new ways to wonder why.
Obviously, we're rolling with the love theme today. And I love this next song. So we have to do it. This is one that was written by our mandolin player, who I also happen to love. And oh my God, he got me a knife for Valentine's Day. Woohoo! And I'm not talking like a kitchen knife. I'm talking like a switchblade knife. But he's a lovely fella. And actually, it's just a camping knife, okay?
It's just so she can take out all her other suitors.
Smart. He wrote this next song, and he's a lovely mandolin picker and also a very accomplished rock climber. And his name is Peter Sharp.
Thank you. We're going to do a little tune that I wrote that's called The Estuary, or as you would say, The Estuary. And it was one of those tunes. It's really hard to name tunes, so I had thought I would call it something like Where the River Meets the Sea or something, and that sounded just cheesy and like a Yanni song. And Lauren, I think, said there's a word for that, and it's The Estuary. which I thought was nice and fitting.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. All the way playing the fiddle down there for you on the far end of the stage, under that light. Can you see him? He blends right in. He's a great fiddle player, and one of his first loves is Mother Earth. He's very in love with the earth and finding ways that we can help lessen our impact on Mother Earth. And he's thought of some really great ideas over the past couple of years, and he helps us on tour to remember how to use less stuff. It's hard as human beings to not want to just use up everything that's around us. And he's done a really great job over the last couple of years. He's created only about this much trash, and somehow it's amazing. It's amazing. So if you have any questions on how you can, maybe lessen your carbon footprint, this is your guy. That's Joe Desposito on the fiddle.
she sat right down and began to cry. The longer she cried, the worse I felt. And I thought to myself, my heart would melt. Well, I love your mama and your papa too. I love them both on account of you. Well, it's roll on, John, and make your time, for I'm broke down and I can't make mine. Now it's one of these days, and it won't be long. You'll call my name, and I'll be gone. Well, it's roll on, John, and make your time, for I'm broke down and I can't make mine. Well, it's roll on, John, and make your time, for I'm broke down and I can't break
Thanks.
I believe there's a couple more introductions yet to be made. Singing harmony, which is one of her favorite things to do on that song. Playing guitar for you, writing songs for the band. Gonna sing lead on this next one for us. Our fearless leader. Everybody give it up. That's Laverne Stovall.
Thank you. Oh, come on. It's never quite right.
Tell me about it.
There's only about 26 strings on stage, I think.
Is that all?
They can't all be in tune at the same time. It's just impossible.
My guitar's been freaking out a little bit lately. It's very confused.
The stage is also about 10 degrees warmer than the green room was, so.
That may have something to do with it. Can you believe it?
Oh, it's fancy.
It's actually the parking lot.
That'd be like 50 degrees colder, yeah. All right.
Actually, I think one of our former gigs, Jean-Luc and I were both in the back of the van in the green room, both getting changed and half naked while it was like sleeting on us, and we just exchanged a nice glance.
All right, I think I'm ready. Thanks for your
As
patience.
our old driver would say, make the glamour stop.
Yes. All right, here's one off our first record. This is called Boarding Pass. I want to know so bad whether or not I had any meaning for you. You made me feel so good when you said you understood. any meaning for you. Thank you. Well, we got time for one more song before we take a short break. Hopefully you won't go too far, and hopefully those of you on your couch will also not go too far and come back and listen to us play a whole nother set of music. Before we do this last song of this set, I do want to tell you a little bit about this guy playing the upright bass for you. He's a wonderful bass player, as you may or may not have noticed, but you probably did. And he happens to be the only one in the band who is actually from Colorado. And let us see, his first love, I believe, is coffee. And I don't mean instant coffee. I mean the really expensive hipster coffee. If you're ever looking for Jean-Luc Davis, just go to your nearest hipster coffee shop and you will find him. And there he is, right now in flesh. All right, this one here's called My World.
There it is. 1, 2, 3,
I'll wait for you to see me through. right back. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Railsplitters are having a well-earned rest now, and everybody else can have a well-earned beer, drink, and maybe relieve themselves if they need to. I shouldn't have gone into that sort of detail, really, should I? Anyway, meanwhile, we asked people to put some comments down, those that are watching out there. And we got some. Deb Howard says, Lauren, you left your bean sprouts in the fridge in Bristol. So we're assuming, though, that is forgetful Lauren, who is in the Railsplitters. So, Lauren, that's a little message for you. We'll tell her later on, Deb. That's okay. Do come through, sir. Yeah, we know how your need is greater than ours. So Caroline in Mississippi says, it's clear here in Mississippi. I think she means our broadcast, our stream is clear, but it could be the weather. Who knows? Yeah, could be. So Will in Swansea. Oh, no, I don't believe this. You also left 22p in my shoe and 7p in Gwynnie's shoe. Although I think that was another member of the band. Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of that at some point. So very, very forgetful. The Railsplitters, they might make good music, but, well, they're a bit forgetful. Trevor Mills says it's top stuff. Maria Wallace says, well, she says first class. That's very good too. Oh, no, she doesn't. That's something else. And Craig's come in. I'm going to give you a few more of those in a minute. Now, Craig Pickering here is the man behind the whole of Biddulph Up in Arms. Craig, come down here, mate.
Well, the Maria thing is rather interesting because she's the agent.
Oh, that's Maria, is it? Yeah.
Maria, yeah.
So I'm going to give you a mic here, and then you can talk, and everybody will hear what you're saying. Right? Can you see Craig on the camera? You're all right with that?
We are right in front of the gents' toilets, you know that.
I know. This is what makes it so interesting. Yeah.
Come through,
Please
Neil.
Come through,
come
sir.
through.
No, don't duck or anything. Just look normal and come through here. This is why we did this deliberately.
Okay.
We sighted it by the gents' toilets. Hey, sorry. So come back again and say that again.
How do you look normal?
I don't know. I've never been normal in my life.
Is David Bars in tonight?
I've no idea.
No, because we're filming.
Say something to the camera over here. Come over here. What's your name, sir?
Neil Shardlow.
Well, Neil, you're being broadcast all...
Hi, Will.
I've got to bring you this way a bit more, apparently, yeah. Hi, Will. Who's Will?
Hi, World.
Oh, hi, World, yeah. Yeah, we've had comments from Mississippi and Colorado and all over the place. So we're going to let you go where you were going because, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Big up to Craig here for putting on a wonderful night.
Fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, well done, Craig. You can't say thank you without your microphone, though, because it doesn't work. Off you go, and I'm going to talk to Craig.
Yeah,
Craig! Yeah, use your microphone, mate. So, this is all down to you.
No, not really. Well,
Come on,
in some way, but there's a lot. Yeah, with a lot of people involved in the Biddulph Up in Arms team.
Okay.
In the same way that there's a lot of people involved in the Fat Pigeon Live team.
There is apparently so. I've never seen them. But
No, somebody else here.
Yeah. So, how did it all start?
Well, actually, it started as Biddulph Folk Club way back in 1986.
Oh, I think I was alive then.
Yeah, 20 years as Biddulph Folk Club. We changed the name to Biddulph Up in Arms.
Okay.
I've been running it, but choosing the act since 2014. So we're 32 years in.
That's brilliant. And, I mean, this is a sellout. And you were telling me about all the other sellouts you've had for...
Yeah, we're on a bit of a roll at the moment. We've, been pretty much every show has been sold out since
amazing.
The beginning of November.
And this is a Wednesday night.
It's a Wednesday night. Not all the shows are on Wednesday, but most of them
Yeah. So, has it always been a sellout? Did you just sort of start this off 30-odd years ago?
No. Every show's hard work. If you sit back and don't promote the act, the artist, with your posters, flyers, Facebook, email, blah, 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 nobody will come. So, every show needs to be given the same amount of energy.
And who does all that promoting?
Well, me primarily.
It is you, Craig.
No, I don't want to downplay the people who do the website and everything else, and all the promotional material that you've seen distributed throughout the place.
Yeah. This is
looks
brilliant.
very nice, I think.
And we've got some watchers from all over the world today, which is brilliant. That's partly because of the Railsplitters, connections. But hopefully you'll come back and watch stuff that's going to be going on here on a Wednesday or whenever it is. If you subscribe to Fat Pigeon Live, which is a sneaky way of putting that in, really, then you'll find out about all of these things. So this is what we need you all to do. Subscribe to Fat Pigeon Live. Tell us what's coming up next.
2 weeks' time, we have a duo from Canada called the Lynns, Lynn Hanson and Lynn Miles. Juno Award-winning, multi-award-winning Canadian artists that are playing together for the first time as a duo.
Right, yeah.
So that's great. That's upstairs. We've got Rod Pycott from Nashville in March. And we've got a British duo called Edgelarks, which is Hannah Martin.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and Edgelarks have just are nominated for Best Duo in the BBC Radio 2 Folk Awards. So
And none of these acts have
Philly
actually been
Penry
on
is of the-
Britain's Got Talent or anything like that.
no. This is the underground, isn't it? This.
I think it should be the overground. It
Yeah,
should
but
be
it's very much the underground, isn't it?
and this is what
Sadly,
you're about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you may not have heard of all of those particular artists, but they're all extremely good and well thought of in their own sphere, aren't they?
I think that's I think that's the thing actually, because although you might not recognise the names, you know there's a badge of quality here.
Yep.
You might not like it, but it's quality musicianship.
Yeah.
Every time.
So is that what you're going for?
It's quality
to bring to this little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Staffordshire,
Staffordshire Moorlands,
the Moorlands, nearly the peaks.
Yeah.
This is what you're bringing.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to come along and buy a ticket, I think that's just amazing. You don't have to go to London. You don't have to go to Manchester. You don't have to go
I think,
to
probably the motivation for doing it was try and bring your favourite acts here rather than having to travel elsewhere to see them.
So do you still enjoy doing this?
I do, but it's stressful. It's stressful.
Stressed, you don't look stressed.
I was stressed earlier on.
You were a bit stressed earlier,
Yeah,
wasn't
a bit.
Was that because the band hadn't turned up?
No, there's other reasons, but
Was it because
I'm not mentioning those on there.
That was because this video company had come along
not at all, no.
and they were getting in the way. No, don't tell us. We don't want to know. Yeah, that's brilliant. Well, Craig, thank you very much.
Thank you.
How long have we
Thank you.
got before the second half starts again? Do you reckon?
Probably 10 minutes.
It's about
5,
10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
So a bit of tap dancing now. If
I don't know how we're going to fill the time.
No, I'm sure we'll think of something.
Okay, great. So
Yeah, go get yourself a beer.
Thank
mate.
you. Yeah, I need a drink.
Cheers.
Thank you.
See you in a minute. Yeah. Well, actually, there's a few more. Young Phil here has just given me something here. Oh, yes. Actually, I've got some more comments in a minute, but I'm supposed to remind you, and I've just done this, to subscribe to Fat Pigeon Live. It's very important to us. We want you to do this. We've got some lovely comments, and we're going to give you a few more now. Because some of them are from complete nutters, obviously, but we don't mind that. We don't mind. So, Maria, who apparently is the Railsplitters agent, I think, it says loud and clear in Yorkshire. So that's good. Yeah, because they're a bit primitive in Yorkshire, and I can't understand how they've managed to do that. We've also got... We've also got... Oh, I can't quite see the name on here, but I need to get the name, because it says Laurie Lumpkin Stovall. I hope that's the way you pronounce it, Lauren. But Lauren's in the band, of course. And she says, I love that song about Dusty's grandparents. Well, you know what you mean there. It's a good song. That's all we need to know, okay? Yvonne Parr says, it's sounding great, Railsplitters. And Will Pinnock's come back again, and he says 27. He must know what he means there. Okay, well, I might be able to have a chat with somebody in a minute, but I think we'll just have a little bit of a downtime. Railsplitters will be getting ready in a minute to continue with the second half of their set. And we'll see you in a minute.
Welcome back, everyone. People listening all around the world. But apparently, Lauren, you've left your bean sprouts in the fridge in Bristol.
Oh, no!
That's what you get. So, are you enjoying yourself? Yeah. Let's welcome back the Railsplitters. Come on.
You never worried about me. You never worried about all the suffering or any songs I sing. You only spoke about your dreams and everything that no one thought that you could be. 1, 2, 4, 3. You don't love me. And my mother always told me
you. Well, a lot of people do ask us, how do we stay healthy on the road? And now you know, we just leave a trail of bean sprouts behind us everywhere that we go. It's the ticket.
Jean-Luc, Dusty, and I had some very gracious hosts this morning that let us take over their kitchen. And we actually do have a blender in the van, among other things like instruments. And so had a very healthy smoothie to start the day off. And we cooked some vegetables. We just try to keep it pretty wholesome on the road, to the best of our ability. Would you like to hear some more about vegetables while we all tune our instruments? No? There's a strong no from the second row there.
And black tar heroin, that's the other. We usually don't mention that one, but since you asked.
Exactly.
track I can pick and shovel too. Pick and shovel too. And it's oh lordy me, oh lordy mine. I'll see you when you haven't got time. When your troubles are so deep you cannot eat or sleep. I'll see you when your troubles are like mine. See you when your troubles are like mine. She said, son, what can you do? I can pull a jack, I can line a track, I can pick and shovel too. I can pick and shovel too. And it's oh lordy me, oh lordy mine. I'll see you when you haven't got time. When your troubles are so deep you cannot eat or sleep. I'll see you when your troubles are like mine. Yes, I'll see you when your troubles are like
Thank you. We'd also like to send a shout out to someone who is on the interweb watching us. She's the reason that we're here and the reason that we've been able to have so many great shows on this tour. Thank you so much to our booking agent, Maria, for working so hard and getting us out here. Yet again, this is our third time to the UK and our best tour yet. So thanks, Maria. And also, yeah. Also, an extra special thanks to Craig, who's been taking care of us tonight and puts on this great concert series. That's right. Thank you, Craig. We're going to continue to play some music for you, since that's what we're here for. And this one is the first track off that new album we were telling you about. This is one I wrote called Everyone She Meets. She's gone by the wayside, so long it couldn't be. Back steps he didn't notice, so long to you and me. Hard times, don't be foolish, just stay for a while. Time's up, he didn't bother, she's drowning in style. Oh, May, July, and August will be someone's better months till autumn, you'll see. Your baby's in the corner and she's having fun, petting on the off chance that he's watching tonight, we'd like to send this next song out to our president. You tell me you're a big shot. You tell me that you're so hot that I should be with you. You say that it's alright, that I shouldn't be shy when I'm around you. You call me all the time. You give me all these lies that seem to amuse you. All the time and money you have spent, it won't get you anywhere. It won't get you anywhere. The things you said you did might work on someone, not this one. You follow me around, subject me to the sound that I don't wanna hear. You find a way to let me know that your way's the way to go, and I need to fear you. All the time and money you have spent, it won't get you anywhere. It won't get you anywhere. All the things you said you did might work on someone, not this one. Thank you all. And as the evening goes by, we have yet another love song. But this is a long-distance love song. Anybody in here in a long-distance relationship? That's pretty fortunate. You guys are lucky. We got a few up here, so it's not always
But
easy.
really, aren't you all in long-distance relationships in that there's someone somewhere that isn't here and you wish they were?
That is true. That is true. This song, I'm going to dedicate this to my dog. What's that? That is true. We are very, very close quarters here in the UK, aren't we? This is a nice little song called Where You Are. I'd like to be where you are. I'd like to realign the stars, 'cause Kansas ain't the bayou, and I am too far from you. I'd like to be where you are. I'd rearrange the USA. Who'd notice if I moved a town or two? We'd have Midwestern Mardi Gras and Baton Rouge big sky. I'd rearrange the USA. Why do you go? You left me to guess Louisiana something, but I'm still in Kansas. Far from you is my least favorite place. I only meant a little when I said I needed space, baby. I'm holding on until I'm holding you. My head's playing hopscotch in the stars till the dotted lines connect us and all the stop signs go. I'd like to be where you are. I'd like to be where you are. Oh, I'd like to realign the stars, 'cause Kansas ain't the bayou, and I'm too far from you. I'd like to be where you are. Why do you go? Thank you all so much for coming tonight. This has been just lovely, and we've had a great time here. And we'd like to say another thanks to the Biddulph Up in Arms for I love that name. It's so great for having us here tonight and letting this whole production go on. Thanks again to Craig, and also I'm sure you've noticed all of the lovely sound gear, the lights, all the cameras, all the action. Thanks so much to Fat Pigeon for putting us live on air tonight. Thanks also to all the people tuning in all around the world, and for you guys coming out and supporting live music. It means a lot. And one more thanks to True North Music for putting on shows for us. And another great big round of applause. I didn't mention them earlier, but Bakerfield, they were amazing, and it was so great to listen to you guys. We got time for just a few more for you. This one's called Tilt-A-Whirl.
Oh, my mind is like an old tilt-a-whirl. It never seems to stop, not even for this girl. And I'd like to think that my life could be a whole lot better off if you were here with me. I sit here, wonder about our time, are there regrets? Are you really mine? Please take me in your arms tonight. The moon is out, the stars are bright. Oh, my mind is like an old tilt-a-whirl. It never seems to stop, not even for this girl. And I'd like to think that my life could be a whole lot
upon a time, this guy I knew had a pleasant life, living in a lemon line, with a picket fence inspired by the Joneses and the lie. Everything was orderly, early to rise, a penny saved was a penny earned. Then he celebrated 33. Then something changed, and he said, I have nowhere else to go. I have nowhere else to turn. I have nowhere else to go. Where does someone go from here? He wondered if I disappeared like a fading light or a drying tear, driving through a night so clear. Wake up 1,000 miles away from here. Maybe I could walk away, just turn my back on this life I made and go where no one knows my name. This shining light now turned to gray. Would I still say I have nowhere else to go? I have nowhere else to turn. I have nowhere else to go. Where does someone go from here?
Thank y'all so much for coming tonight. We're the Railsplitters. Thank you. Well, the boss said it's all right. Thank you. It would have been hard to squeeze through there to make a grand re-entrance anyway, so thanks for sparing us. It's very kind of you. We do still have some CDs for sale back in the back if you're interested, and they're also available for all those on internet land. They're out there. You can find them in the digital format. And check out our tour schedule. We got about 3 shows left, I do believe, in the UK. I think we're in Kendal tomorrow night at the Brewery Arts Center, and then in Saltaire the following night, which is Friday. Yep, I'm right. At the Live Room, and then our final show will be in Andover at the Lights, and then we're gonna head back to Colorado and play some more music in the States. But this has been great fun. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight, and we'll do this last one is called Planted on the Ground, and this is off of our second album.
I was also thinking a lot about energy conservation recently. In that, a great way to save on energy costs and heating is get a lot of people into a small room. And it gets really hot.
That's the first time I've taken my scarf off in about a month. Alrighty, well, thanks again. Dusty and I are going to sing a duet. Bass mic. Alrighty.
To let you go, but I wish that you could see this change coming over me, and someday you'll understand my love isn't on command. It takes some time for me to feel my way around. I can't go flying with my feet planted on the ground, and I know you probably meant every single word you said. You were sweet as you could be. In the end, it has to be about me.
If you want to find a peaceful state of mind, then you should learn to let me go. Oh, you should try to let me go.
I know that you don't feel like having me around, and that the way I treated you was less than sound, but I could not ignore that knocking at the door of my heart when you were near. Though sometimes I still wish you were here. There comes a time in everybody's life when they have to acknowledge there simply is no way to find a way to see it through. Cut my loss, but you undo. I guess that I always knew that I would never get over you.
If you want to find a peaceful state of mind, then you should learn to let me go. You should try to let me go. You're gonna have to let me go. You're gonna have to let me go. Oh,
Well, thank you very much to the Railsplitters and to everybody here at the Biddulph Arms and to Biddulph Up in Arms. And we hope to come back here before too long. Our next session, live stream session, don't forget, is at Blakey's on March the 14th, where we have the Paprika Blues Band. And that's about it from us. Don't forget to keep subscribing to Fat Pigeon Live on our YouTube channel. We keep going on about it. We like to do that. Keep the comments coming in. This session will be recorded. Well, it is already recorded, obviously. And you can catch it fairly soon on YouTube. And all the people that have been here live, they can watch it again, show all their friends and all the rest of it. Thank you very much. We've been Fat Pigeon Live. We'll see you again soon. Bye.